everybody, and we're really excited to be doing this slot with you to talk about how you can advance your business. But before we go into that, just to share a short amount about our story and how and why we find ourselves here today sharing with you. So my name is Gemma, as the slide says, and my background was working in the retailing industry. That's what I did straight from school. I wasn't great at school. I went, but I didn't really have a passion, and I certainly didn't have enough passion that was going to take me to university. But when I discovered the world of work and working with people and every day feeling different, putting your hands on products as well, I was really passionate. So I spent 15 very happy years with John Lewis. Worked all over the UK, but I always wanted my own business. I struggled to do that by myself, and I really needed the support of a great company to help me. So when I looked at the Forever opportunity, it just worked. And for 1 year, I started the business, despite saying to Gary, we'll do this together. I worked the business with Gary in the background with the support of an amazing team for a good year. That gave me the choice to leave my corporate salary behind after a year. I'm not a risk taker, and we saw some nice consistency with the income. And that's what allows me now, 3 years in, to be building a career that I'm really passionate about, and I just love working alongside Forever.
So they say opposites attract, and to be honest, I don't think it's ever been more truer than myself and Gemma. We come from totally different backgrounds, totally different upbringings. And to say working with your partner is amazing would be a total lie. It's actually extremely challenging, very difficult. We spend a lot of time together. We travel a lot together. We share the same vision, but we have total different opinions on how we should achieve that goals that we have. So as I said, my background's totally different. From a very young age, I was a small independent business owner. That went on for around 15 years. For the first 10 years, I achieved continuous growth. And then around 2018, there was a few significant changes within the industry I was working in. And it was a complete change in how we earned our money. So in 2008, the UK introduced a smoking ban, which had a big impact on my industry. There was also a change in regulation, and there was also the general recession that took place. And overnight, virtually, my business went from being very profitable to a real struggle. And to be honest, that struggle went on for the next 5 years, up till 2013, when we finally had to close the last business we had. And that was a really tough time for myself and Gemma. I personally had to go through a personal bankruptcy. Company went into administration, and our home was repossessed, because at the time I could only see myself being successful. So when I had to take on financial commitments, I didn't mind giving a personal guarantee on everything I was doing. That came back to haunt me, and in the end we lost everything we had worked for. Coming from an Irish family, we're quite religious, and I have a lot of faith myself. And when I look back to 2008, I was actually sent an angel from heaven at the same time as I was about to experience all these challenges. And to be honest, I don't think I would have got through that time if it wasn't for the support of Gemma at that time. Gemma actually said last night she was really looking forward to doing this slot because there was going to be no emotion attached to it and she wouldn't cry. I was actually wide awake from 5 a.m. this morning, and I started to think if there was something I could do or say that would make Gemma cry. So it's actually amazing when you set small goals what can happen. So when I look back on 15 years as a small business owner, I had 10 years of continuous growth and 5 years of really challenging times. You know, this ended 5 years ago, so we're in a lot better place now, so it's easy to reflect back and make some sense of it. And when I look at the 10 years of continuous growth, I actually look back and think I learned very little about business in those 10 years. I didn't learn a lot about myself, and I didn't learn a lot about the people around me at that time. But the next 5 years, which was a real struggle and hard times, I learned a lot more about business, a lot more about myself, and a lot more about the people who were around me at that time. So today we're just going to share some ideas of how we think everybody can advance the business over the next year or so within Forever. So if I start off by taking you back to the global rally last year, the big message from the company at that time was 2x, double your sales. And while the company was very clear about what they wanted us to do, if I'm being honest, I didn't think it was so clear about how we were going to achieve that. But I've since learned that you need to trust the company and be patient, because they clearly knew what was coming and where they were going to take us. And for me, I think the last 12 months has been a real transitional period within the business in the UK, with, say, changes to product formulations, to changes to a lot of the packaging. And I think the company has done an incredible job. They've really modernized a lot of the product range. Changes to the marketing plan as well has made it easier for us to be successful now within Forever, where if you look at a lot of other jobs and careers, it's actually becoming harder to become successful. So Forever is really doing a lot to help us grow. And I think we're really positioned to have a really strong year of sustained growth. So when myself and Gemma were reviewing our year last year, towards the end of the year, and looking forward to what we were going to do this year, we decided to implement the idea of 2x within our business. And we wanted to double our own personal contribution, we wanted to double our open business, and we wanted to attempt to double our total business within our full team. So as this year began, Gemma, alongside Beth, changed their own activity in what they were doing, and that led to a change in how they were speaking to the rest of the team. And it's created a lot of energy and momentum within our whole team. And this high energy is infectious, and we're starting to see it now ripple down throughout our team. And I'm hoping that you are seeing that also within your own teams. And then a couple of years ago, or within the last couple of years, I was at a training event here in Coventry where Bob shared his vision for Forever UK, of how he wanted to grow it from a 100 million company to a 500 million company. And to be honest, when he started as a slot, I thought that's a bit ambitious, that. But as we went through the slot, Bob was very clear about how this could happen and how we could achieve this. And by the end of the slot, I was totally on side with Bob's thinking on what's possible within Forever UK. And I think the company, with the changes they've made and the transition we've gone through, we're now set that we can hopefully all together start to deliver on Bob's vision. And to get from 100 million to 500 million is not really that big of a leap. It's not as big as we think, but it does require a big effort from everybody pulling in the same direction. And for me, we needed new tools to be able to achieve these objectives, and we needed to be able to target different sectors, get a bigger market share that we currently have, and target new people maybe also. So that led to the Advance Your Business pack being introduced. So if we have a look at this pack now, there's over 3 cc of product within this pack, and there's also a lot of business literature. This is very good for people who want to get off to a flying start within their business. For me, having packs within our business is really important, because when we group the right products together, it makes the buying decision very easy for people. When we look at this pack, with the exception of the hand soap and probiotic, it replicates the exact products that's in the Start Your Journey pack. So there's a thinking behind this, that somebody starts their business with a Start Your Journey pack, they're already using and generating sales, which can lead to the purchase of this pack. We also have a Clean 9 within the pack, which again, we believe when people start the business, it's very beneficial for them to do a Clean 9 themselves, and that leads to generating more sales. And if you were to add a probiotic to this pack, you'll see we also have the contents of the Vital 5 within this pack. So there's already an Arctic Sea, a Forever Daily, an Argy, and drinking gel. So it's a very versatile pack, and I can see it having many uses within the business. For me, a Start Your Journey pack is a one-off purchase, where I see this pack being a repeat purchase on an ongoing basis. There's also some advantages in that there's some advisory board training discount attached to this pack, and also a success day ticket. So I'm just going to hand over to Gemma, who's going to use her superior knowledge of retailing, of how she sees this pack can be used to the best benefit also.
So the contents of the pack is on the screen there. I'm not going to fumble with the boxes behind and open up the products, because I'm guessing that many of you here today are familiar with these products, and maybe most of these products or all of these products are in your personal routine, maybe on a daily or a weekly basis. But this pack has a lot in it. A lot. And as Gary said, there's no coincidence that you're seeing a duplication of products from the Start Your Journey pack that Louise has already taken us through. We heard from Danielle before about the power of the pup or the experience pack. Again, no coincidence that the contents of this box allow you to do that. So there's a lot of products, and there's many, many duplicatable products in there as well, where you can use one, you can retail one. If you're already using these products, there's an option to retail a couple. As Gary mentioned, you also get a free Success Day ticket, an advisory board ticket, and that's not something that when you purchase this pack, with whatever personal discount you get, depending on where you are at on the marketing plan, that's not something that you're paying for. That's something that the company and Bob and the team have said, you know, we want to be able to give this back to you as an FBO to give you a fuller experience. So already for the sharp FBOs in the room who are looking at the best level of profitability in their business, the most efficient way to do business, this is incredible value. So let's have a little look now at the value and really some of the profit you can make. So as Gary said before, a very simple, straightforward purchase, one pack, 3 case credits is its value to you. There'll be many people in the audience who have a goal each month to hit their minimum of 4 case credits. What we're coaching very consistently through the First Steps to Manager book, our tracks to run on, is a business that has 4 case credits worth of retail within it. Now that's going to be so important if you're not yet a manager or you're not yet accessing team leading bonus, because that is how you're going to get paid for the efforts you put into your business. So you can see there, this is the price for somebody at a Novus customer level. So some people will join your business to become a customer. They want that 15% loyalty discount from forever, and maybe when they register with you, they catch a vision of what the company can offer. I always love Novus customers being registered because we're putting them into this environment. They're going to receive newsletters, things that the company pass out in mailing lists, which always increases the odds of them catching a vision of what the business can offer. But still, for somebody purchasing this pack, it's great value because they're getting a 15% discount and they're ready to go out there and to start generating some healthy profit. As an assistant supervisor, you can see there the cost, $525, and you're now starting to get into that territory of making a couple of £100 worth of profit when you start to retail the contents of this box. We'll come on in a moment to look at target markets. If you're sitting in your chair thinking, oh, this is for all those big business builders, these are for people who want to make a big investment in the business, please don't think that. What will I be using this box for? With people who want to make £200 to £400 worth of retail. The company's done all of the hard work. They've narrowed down some of the best-selling products. They've put it in one box. Add your own personal use, you've already got a 4cc business, and you can see clearly what you need to do with the products to share them, to retail them, to start generating that couple of £100 at the assistant supervisor level. As a supervisor, you're starting to feel the benefit now of that personal discount. $475 is the cost to you, and now you're really starting to push towards that £300 profit. And as a manager, assistant manager, $444, and as a manager, coming in under £400. This is such a brilliant box. Anybody who is thinking, after the slots we've heard today, on product launching or experience packs, I must make it my mission to share more products. There is no better way than to literally make a purchase of the Advance Your Business pack. Everything's there. There's 4 bags, so you can break down 4 experience packs. You can be sure that you've got your next advisory board training slot, so you can decide which slot is best for you in terms of training, and your next success day ticket is set up. So the target market, the temptation with a pack like this is to think it's for people not like me. This is what I thought at the beginning. You know, as a leadership team, we were talking about this pack very close to when the company was revisiting the rule change around bridging the gap between 1cc and 2cc last year. And we started to think, look, we need to look for something really strong to duplicate, to help people have a healthy business, to make business simple and efficient. And my temptation at that time was to think, well, maybe this is for people who are serious business people who buy the Start Your Journey, they then want to invest maybe £1,000, £2,000 in products, so they've got product around them, so customers don't need to have any delay in getting their customer orders, or they want to put lots of products out at launches or in experience packs. And then when Gary and I were putting these slides together and we were really talking about, linked to our team strategy, about how we'd be using this one product, we said, we're kidding ourselves. This is a repeatable purchase, and this is the easiest way for an assistant supervisor coming into the business to be sure that they're making money quickly, because they don't need to sort through the full assortment of products. The company have made it so easy. So there will be people who join your business, or maybe who you're talking to, who want a bigger business. They want to duplicate a business to manager or beyond quicker. And of course, the more volume you duplicate, the quicker you're going to access a pay rise, a promotion. So for some people, they will see this pack for that purpose. But don't underestimate the power of this being in your business every single month to service your experience packs and your own personal use.
Right, so it's not often I get to have the final word. So this year we're celebrating forever 40 years of getting it right. And I'll be honest, my belief has never been stronger in the products and in the company. I think we're really well placed now to go on a period of sustained growth. I think we have the most amazing country manager. He's built an incredible team of staff around him at the head office. We have a very young head office team which I think is very forward thinking and well poised to take us forward in the years to come. How amazing would it be to start moving towards Bob's vision of growing from 100 million to 500 million? And that's all within our hands to be able to do that and deliver on that. But I just think we all just need to stand a little bit taller, be a little bit braver in our actions, and just act with a little bit more courage, and everyone can go on to contribute towards making that a reality. So that's where we're going to end today, and I just hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.